Hello, everybody, and welcome to Eden Prime, the start of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition Mass Effect 1 Insanity Difficulty Paragon walkthrough. A few announcements before we begin. As you could tell, Friday we did not have a Dungeons and Dragons meeting. I was not feeling well yesterday. So we do not have an episode this week, but we will have a couple episodes next week before our week off and hopefully keep to our schedule the following month. Again, March and April have just been mega crazy. So, with that said, with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, there is one thing I would recommend to uh, any and all people who are considering recording and or live streaming this. There is music in this screen, hence why the audio is basically paused. But in this screen, when you start the game, it's going to be kind of weird because you're like, I've already installed this. The game should be automatically installed, right? That is not true. For each game, you have to. It will show install, but I have, as you can see, all three of them installed. And I've played a lot of hours into these games, not just in this edition, but also in the OG. Um, in this edition, a lot of people really love this because you get all the DLCs, you get all the games, and all you have to do to play the game is just hit install. Now, it is going to take a little bit of time because it will be considering, at least on the Xbox end, an update. So until it's fully updated and the game is fully installed, I would wait on starting the game. But since I have all of them already installed because I love the game series, I love playing these sometimes, and I've been working on an Insanity walkthrough live streaming for Mass Effect 2, which I've taken a bit of a break from because my friend gifted me Batman Return to Arkham for the first two games. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with this game. Now, the other thing too is I did turn off the music for uh this game because this game, like, you'll hear the music in the beginning. It's just in the beginning scene where you launch the game, you cannot control the music there. And look, they've made this beautiful. Um, let's go ahead and see. It'll be in the extras, and as you can see, music is at 0%. So if we hear anything music like that is a sound effect. We're also going to make sure, because I usually turn it off. So yeah, we're gonna go up to that difficulty. We're gonna have subtitles. I like the classic mode because the legendary mode, you only can go up to level 30, which is what I don't like, because classic is like you could go to level 60. So you'll be like, wait, Lee, why are we doing the classic? Because classic is better. More levels is better. In the classic, you could only go up to like about level 50 to 60 range, I think, for the classic. And you could get close to 60, but you would never get to 60. With the DLCs, you're able to actually get to level 60, which is the cap. However, this is the however. It is very difficult to do, especially on Insanity. So, with that said, we got that all saved. So, we're going to go ahead and start a new career. Character creation takes forever in this game, but I am just going to walk you guys through it.
Secure connection.
We'll just go ahead and unmute if I
Secure
can.
connection confirmed.
here are the game. So they give you like 2 default options. You can also enter an ID or select an existing if you've beaten the game before. Obviously, we're not going to do an existing because then you guys don't get to really see the full character creation of how would you build your character. So we're going to enter a new ID. We're going to do a custom female because
Please log in to access your profile.
so we got to give her a name. Alrighty, we are back. We have a name. It is Nyx. If you guys do not know the goddess Nyx from Greek mythology, often referred to as Nox from Roman mythology, that is why we kind of picked that name. Originally, it was going to be Kira, but I chose Nyx instead. So, Nyx Shepherd is the name. The next part, I believe, is appearance.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile.
Of course.
Confirm pre-service history.
Oh, we have to do is decide our history. So the 3 choices are Spacer, Colonist, or Earthborn. I've always done Colonist because the side quest there, but we could do is be a Spacer. Also Earthborn. So we're gonna do Earthborn.
Confirm psychological profile.
Soul Survivor. You could be Ruthless. But for me, I always chose War Hero because then people kind of respect you more.
Confirm military specialization.
Now, this part is going to be important. This part will determine how easy the game will be for you. A lot of people have their favorites. My favorite is always going to be the soldier because the soldier is a very useful class. But the class that has actually been very useful, and some people won't believe this, is the Sentinel. I was able to beat this game with a Sentinel character for the first one. So if you want the game to be easier, do Sentinel. Otherwise, pick another class if you're really wanting another class. But the Sentinel class is going to be the easiest for this game. Now, because I've beaten the game, you don't get a bonus talent when you when you haven't beaten the game. But if you've beaten the game, you get a bonus talent. So for me, I always like my assault rifles because that's mainly why I go soldier a lot, is because I want my assault rifles.
Confirm facial identification.
We're going to be changing the appearance because she does not. Oh, this is new. And then we're going to finalize. The code does not mean anything that I'm aware of, but if it does mean something,
complete.
Please correct me in the comments below. So at this point, you should have everything figured out and go ahead and do accept. Once you confirmed your character is complete, you will be unable to change any settings. That is fine.
Identification confirmed.
So after the identification is confirmed, you are going to have your difficulty. So obviously insanity, all enemies scaled up relative to the player level. Bosses and sub-bosses scale radically. All enemies have protection. Bosses and sub-bosses have immunities. Squad only will have the auto level up, so that's one less thing to worry about. Classic mode, obviously. Subtitles. What we're gonna do is gonna have the squads use all of their available talents, because even though we could have them on the defensive to protect themselves or others, I like them to go all out, because the quicker we kill our enemies, the quicker uh, we can get through this. So we're gonna have them go all out. And we're gonna be now going to a cutscene, so I'll be quiet here.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of her family.
Doesn't have one. She was raised on the streets, learned to look out for herself.
She proved herself during the Blitz, held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
She's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question her courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy called it Mass Effect.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. It's hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. The board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Where you can agree, overreact, or cut the chatter. So the cut the chatter would definitely be a renegade option, but I'll just kind of put, like, this is kind of neutral, but like the I agree could be like a Paragon thing, but I think the neutral option is always the best option for this first part.
You always expect the worst.
Well, bad feelings are an occupational hazard. But we don't go anywhere unless there's a good reason, so what are we doing here?
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
Now, you could say you made him mad, or I heard, or is he upset?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
So at this part, we can do a level up. I always recommend Charm because why? They will help in conversations and you'll need them in those conversations. You'll get another level up, don't worry. So we're doing like the prologue mission right now. I'm also trying to figure out why. So yeah, that beginning part had to have sound effects, or I just can't control the cinematics. So if there's music during the cinematics, I may just have to let it play through. Again, I don't have the music on. There's Caden, one of your squad mates, and also Joker, who is the pilot. If you guys do not recognize the pilot, you guys have not watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That is one of the characters from like the first or second season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Seth Green. Which is kind of cool, to be honest. Kind of cool. So Presley, he's the navigator of the ship. He's in charge whenever Shepard leaves the ship.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
I heard you are green.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission.
What do you mean?
The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
Stealth systems?
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology.
Mm-hmm.
Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
A cover?
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Captain?
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, ma'am. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
Oh boy. And then what about the Turian Spectre?
You don't trust Nihilus.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was long ago.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I'll look into it.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Alrighty. That's Nihilus.
It's not the kind of place Spectres visit.
We're gonna talk to our medical doctor and one of our other squad mates.
Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
The doctor's right.
Only a fool goes looking for a fight, Corporal.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Nihilus?
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
The Spectres?
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
There are no human Spectres?
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
Eden Prime.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Why are we going there?
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
You'll do fine.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
There's no rush.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Goodbye.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
So, there is also an achievement for gathering all of the codex. What we're going to do is save right here, just because this next part you are going to be chatting with Nihilus, and the captain will join in after a little chat with Nihilus. But this is kind of like, you know, the hints of like, there's no human specters, there's no this, there's no that. So, why Eden Prime? Why all of this now? All that fun jazz.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
Talk?
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
Beyond beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Why are you asking?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
What's going on?
Is someone gonna fill me in, Captain?
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
Why the secrecy?
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Prothean?
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Now, we could be rude and say, why did we tell the Council? But the Paragon choice would be, I'm glad you're here to help. Or, you sound worried. We do not use the term, we don't need your help here.
It never hurts to have a few extra hands on board.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Why?
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
You put my name forward?
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
What's the next step?
Just tell me what I have to do.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the
Protheans?
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
Eden Prime?
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
And then the beacon?
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Wrong hands?
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
Now, we want to know about the Terminus systems now.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Alright. So this next part, you're going to say, I'm ready to go after getting all that information, because you want to get that information for the Codex. Again, there is an achievement for it. But we are going to take a short, minor break. And we'll be back in a few. Alrighty, we are back. We are ready to go. We are embracing the chaos. So we're gonna go ahead and say, I'm ready to go now.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
just another routine mission.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
He can count on us.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
And now we got more codex. We got a lot more information than before. You have a primary codex and a secondary, so you definitely want to try to get all the codex filled out. I think the next one will be trying to get electronics unlocked, so that way I could be the one-man show for that. But we also want to make sure we're doing our Sentinel, because that will help decrease cooldown on our stuff.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere.
What the hell are those?
And they changed, like, the imagery, so everyone can technically use everything. They just might not be proficient in it. Before, it would tell you not trained. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't know, is, like, if you were to go down here, like, you would just go your objective, which is over that way. But you want to come down the hill, go to the right at the pond, and you will see an upgrade kit. You want to find those, because you get meta gel. Before, you would not have a sprint bar. Like, in the OG, they did not give you a sprint bar. But that's one of the rare gems of the prologue. And this is where you encounter the Get. And you lose one of your squad members. And now we have another level up. Alright. We're going to get closer for the electronics, but we're also going to put a point into Sentinel. Sentinel will be really good because eventually there will be a mission, and that mission will be explained in 3 of why you want to do the mission, and also, like, why wouldn't you want a subclass for the Sentinel? Now we gotta go investigate Jenkins.
Ripped right through his shields. Never had a chance.
He deserves a burial.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
And the little Paragon thing in the lower corner, you can see in the upper right, or sorry, upper left corner, there's like a Paragon bar, and then the bottom right of like where your character is, there's a Renegade. So you want to make sure you're filling up that Paragon bar. There is a chance to maximize, like, I think the full bar for it, so. And I would always say, because this game specifically is known to trying to remember my controls, sorry. No. No, I just need to see. Okay. That's annoying. I think it's okay. I was trying to remember. Ooh. It's been a while. And sometimes they glitch out a little.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out.
Usually over
Catch up with
here,
you at the dig site.
you'll find something, but I think that's kind of like easier difficulty, so just remember that. Oh, I meant see why it wouldn't show, but I was pressing the wrong thing. Because in the OG, you couldn't control where your squad members went. They had to go to a spot together. So that's one thing I'm very grateful that they changed. And now we get to meet a new squad member to replace Jenkins. This may be triggering, but that is what the Geth are doing to the humans. Or so we think so far. It's the Geth's fault.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
Give me a moment.
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Fighting. What happened to your unit?
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
Don't blame yourself.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, ma'am. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We're gonna say join us.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
And we're gonna investigate.
What else do you know about
Codex.
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
The beacon?
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
And the scientists?
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Before the attack.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
That is true.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Let's go then.
Move out!
And now we have Ashley. Ooh, ability. Overkill, okay. Oop. And we're gonna save at this point, because saving is our friend. I don't know why it was telling us about the start button.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
So, all we can do is change our equipment and stuff. That's what it was talking about. So, another hidden gem for equipment, if I remember correctly. Oh, there's the meta gel over here, but there's one other box up here. Or somewhere around here. Aside from the one that we just grabbed the armor from. Alrighty, so we're gonna go to equipment. They changed it, so I'm still like relearning it again. But we're gonna do the Scorpion armor. Now we don't have any armor upgrades yet, but I do believe we have... Oh, it's not worth that. So now we have like new power armor and stuff. The one that I really love, you don't get until like near the end of the game. Okay, so I was right. Then there's the upgrade. And you can, you're the only one as Shepard that can change the grenade upgrades. I'm just gonna put this on that. Same for Ashley. Minor spoiler. Just minor. You want to pick either Caden or Ashley to upgrade items. And because supposedly she has an interesting storyline, and a better story overall than Caden Malenko, we're gonna be picking Ashley this run through. Now, maybe for the Renegade, or you know, for those that want to see Caden's storyline, we'll maybe do is save him next round. But this playthrough, we're gonna save Ashley. Just as a minor spoiler alert. Caden, you go there. Ashley, you go there. Caden there. Ashley there. Woo! I was not expecting. Got one of them. I was trying to have Ashley move forward. Ooh, level up. There we go. Oop. I almost lost my shields over that. We're gonna have that, and then another upgrade to Sentinel. Eventually we're gonna do the first aid because we want to do medicine, but I don't think we'll ever do Intimidate because Intimidate increases Renegade points, which is what we don't want. What we're gonna do is investigate the beacon site.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
Any survivors?
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Alrighty.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
And that will be the last time we hear Nihlus' voice. In the past, there have been like a little locker here along the side, so I don't know if that's like taken out from me playing on the hardest difficulty. So if you are playing on like easier walkthrough, just make sure to check this side right here. Sometimes there's a locker.
Looks like
This next part, you'll want to use your abilities.
Good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
And this is what happens to all that are,
Oh God, they're still alive.
they are turned into husks. Alright. They were once human, now they're not. Alright. I don't think there's any more, so we can look around. We're not gonna head over in that direction just yet. And hopefully you grab the electronics, because that's going to be important in this area.
It's closed. Security locks engaged.
But usually there's something around here that you can pick up on easier level difficulty. Oh wait, I want to see what I just picked up. Oh, that's heavy armor. Okay. Not what I wanted. Go over this way. Great. Great. And then we're going to do the decryption. Now, this is something I'm going to say in case you are playing the old edition and all that and are finding, I guess, this helpful. Because like I said, I've played both the old and the new edition. Just different difficulties. Because in the old one, you have to beat like the previous level of difficulty in order to unlock the next one. Which I don't understand why, but it's confusing, right, Mew? It's just confusing. But with decryptions, I always would recommend saving before the decryption, because if you fail it, then you need to use Omnigel, which you really don't have at the beginning. Now, if you are playing as Now, if you've done the upgrades that I recommended, like and you pick the Sentinel class, this will make it easier because then you have decryption and electronics, which I believe Caden is also a Sentinel, so he could do it too. But I'm just going to do this because this is my normal habit in case I fail the decryption. Some objects require decryption or electronics to access. If any squad member has the required talent, you will be able to unlock the object using the decryption or electronics interface or by spending Omnigel. Now, you will have Omnigel for like later on with anything like this, but it's always just good to have it. And I mean, Caden kind of covers it, so you got to make sure that he has the and why, like, if you don't pick Sentinel, you may want to swap to where you level up not only yourself but also the characters that you are teamed up, well, your squad mates too. So the other thing too is in the OG, like if you fail it, you fail it. The only way you can do is save it is by doing Omnigel. Now we're going to be doing this. I think they changed it in Legendary a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and begin the manual override. They made it difficult in the like other ones, but this is my favorite part.
Thank the Maker. Hurry, close the door before they come back.
You're safe.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now.
It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
The attack?
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
The beacon.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network, remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please, this isn't the time.
Nihilus?
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
The assistant?
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Right.
Williams, take us to the
There would be a renegade option.
Stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
But the renegade option is I could shut him up. Which would not be good, but that would be the renegade option. So you do not want to do that. Now this next part may be triggering, but we get to meet the antagonist of this game. Our first antagonist of 3. So that said, we are going to move forward and there will be a cutscene.
Saren. Nihilus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
And this is the first time that we've seen the ship. What do I have as... No. I don't know why I had a sniper rifle. That was confusing. Oh, weapons can overheat, so sometimes you'll have to swap weapons. That was something they did change in the next game, though, thankfully. But now, some of you might be like, well, why are you going over here, Lee? Why not go to the spaceport where you're supposed to meet Nihilus? There is another door to encrypt here, but also don't forget the crate that's there. We're gonna save really quick, because saving is our friend. And we're gonna decrypt.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
It's safe.
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Attack details.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
The beacon?
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
The ship.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
Was it a jamming signal?
Probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
We're gonna say goodbye.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You should complain.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
Smuggling's a crime.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
Is that all?
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
And that's how you can get...
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He may know something.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport, if he's still alive.
We're gonna leave.
I have to go.
Good luck.
So you get not only a weapon upgrade, but you also get a pistol that you can use. So we're going to use the combat sensor. But you want to go in here because easy electronics, if I can get close to this. You'll want to keep these armors because you will be getting a Krogan and Orion in your team. Most of your team is on the Citadel. But we're gonna look around here because, like I said, there's some hidden stuff, crates and whatnot. You want to grab everything that you can in the prologue because that will help you in the next place that you have to go to. So here is Nihilus.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
You need to be more careful.
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
Tell me what happened.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Then what?
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
Tell me about...
They must have been inside that mothership. Hard to believe that was only a few hours. And it was making this noise, this sound that
Cole
bored
mentioned
right
you?
into your brain.
You're Cole's contact here on...
What? My supervisor's dead. The entire crew's dead.
Anything
A
hidden?
shipment of grenades came
You
through.
greedy
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades.
Hand them
I
over.
want to attack you. They're yours. Take them.
You
My
should make
smugglers-
amends.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. And it was making this...
Wait a minute.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't sneaked up.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's go.
Take...
Now, we're gonna go to our equipment, not options. And this is the first grenade upgrade you get. Now, you want to also go over here where there's, like, fire. You just have to be very careful. But, you'll get some stuff there, too. Alright. Time to test this out. And now you are fighting to get to the spaceport. And being careful at the same time. I keep forgetting that you could just walk up to it and yeah. Alright. The destroyers are not as bad as the Geth primes. There we go, we got that guy. 2 more up ahead. And one last one. Now, I would make sure to kind of look through because this will be the last time you were in this area. I don't think we really missed anything along this area, but you never know. Hidden little gems here and there of things that could be helpful aside from the conversations that you guys should have had. So we're gonna head up to the next part, but we're gonna save before the next part because the next part is going to be a timed event, and this will be where we're getting closer to concluding the first part of our Mass Effect walkthrough. Oh, I didn't save. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Ooh. I believe there's 3 charges that you have to find before it's like game over. So your squad mates are going to be kind of doing the heavy work.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
And as you're heading to them, you definitely want to make sure you are protecting yourself. And you can't move. So, hopefully, squad mates are protecting you like they're supposed to. Okay, there's 4 of them. We've done 2. Now we're on the last one. If you were quick on those first 3, this part should be a little bit easier to do. And this last one should be very easy to get. And with that, you should be able to grab stuff. You can look around, find stuff to get basically while at the colony. Because this area will be the last point before having to do the last scene in this area before returning to the ship. And I think once we return to the ship and done that conversation, we'll be ending the recording there. Alright, I don't think there's anything that we missed. I would recommend also after completing this point, so that way you don't have to do this again. Because it can be really stressful. We're gonna level up first. We're gonna use the Sentinel. Because why not? We'll do this. And we're gonna just kind of move up here. In case we fail this next section, then we don't have to go all the way through that again. Ew, an explorer. Oh. Also, this is kind of what the explorer looks like. It's not my favorite, though. We're gonna move forward. Then we're gonna move back. Because we're gonna let the husks come to us first. That way, it's an easy line. If they know where they're going. There we go. All right. Do not mess with the protein beacon. You want to do is look at all this other stuff first. Hang on. Sorry about that. My cat saw birds and he was like, I need to play with the birds. And I'm like, dude, you can't go play with the birds. Which, if you ever want to meet Mew, I am always showing him off on my Twitch channel. He loves saying hello to people. Aside from being a big cuddle bug. But these containers should be the last containers in this area. Usually there will be one up there sometimes, depending on the difficulty again, I believe. If you're playing like it easier, there's a lot more. When you're on this level of difficulty, there's a lot less resources in the beginning. Because I know there was... See, I know things. I've played this like 5 or 6 times, and I've played this only on Insanity difficulty twice. I remember things. So we're gonna save right before this point because this will be a cutscene. Again, once we do the conversation, I can't remember. Is it? No. Back button? Okay. Once we investigate the Prothean beacon, this will end the prologue, where the situation was bad, then worse, now extremely worse after this beacon interaction. So once we get back to the ship and have that conversation on the ship, you will be basically done with the prologue. So with that said, this upcoming scene with the beacon might be something that viewer discretion is advised, not because of the graphics, but more the flashing scenes and stuff like that, like just the rapid movement of the scenes might trigger some health conditions. So please, viewer discretion is advised. Make sure you are taking care of you. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and investigate the beacon.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is
Request
amazing.
immediate
Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it. It's too...
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy. A human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Doctor? Dr. Chakwas. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
I would say what happened, because I'm out of this. I don't know what's going on.
How did I end up here? How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Don't blame yourself.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
Was I hurt?
What's the damage, Doctor?
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
Not a dream, a vision.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Of course.
Aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
And this is where we get to find out what happens to Jenkins, Williams, and the Geth.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Good.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
And then you could just mention that you're really mad about the, Geth.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You wanted to talk?
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
We've got nothing to hide.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. A living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Hates humans?
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
A vision.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
A warning.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What will he say?
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll stop him.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
Understood, sir.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Alright, so we're gonna save it here. And kind of be in the pause menu, but this is how you would complete the prologue for Mass Effect, Legendary Edition, Insanity Difficulty, Paragon Ending walkthrough. I know that was a lot of a tongue twister right there, but I managed to do it without butchering the words. So next week, we will have 2 D&D episodes, and we will be continuing the Mass Effect walkthrough. I think we'll be getting through the Citadel next week, so stay tuned for that, because I feel like that might be kind of a 2-part episode. But we're going to show you how to get our next 3 crew members, because we now have Caden and Ashley. And there is a total of 6 companions you can have in the first game. So this is going to be kind of a fun way of getting those 3 companions basically, and you only have 1 left after that. But this is kind of a fun way of doing this. So we are going to end it here. I also forgot to mention this at the beginning of the episode, but we did just get to 100. It might be past 100 at this point. So I want to say thank you to the first 100 individuals that have subscribed to the Legion channel. It really does mean a lot. It's been a blast just recording this. And hopefully people are finding the walkthroughs very, very helpful. Or enjoying the shorts from clips on my Twitch channel. And all that. So with that said, I am going to end it here. Again, next week we will have more Dungeons and Dragons, hopefully. But for sure, we'll be doing 2 parts of the Citadel next week, getting all 3 companions for the Normandy before we leave the Citadel area first time. We'll probably be going back there or just kind of roaming around occasionally every now and then, because I think we'll do it like after like 1 or 2 missions just to make sure we get the quests done. But I think we're going to try to do every quest that we can before we leave the Citadel for the first time, just because there is a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.